Welcome to Good Things About the World, a podcast with the little wonderful things that make life worth it. I'm your host, Ashlee Craft, and it's time for The Thing of the Day. The Thing of the Day is an entire bar of people singing along to the song Rich Girl by Hall Oates. What do I like about it? Now, this may seem like an oddly specific thing of the day, but it's one that's very dear to me, and it's one that I'm reminded of because it was actually a year ago that I had this exact experience. Now, a little backstory as to why this song is so meaningful to me. It was probably in 2016, 2017. My mental health was not good back then, and I remember I was really depressed one day when I was going to work, and I used to listen to the radio at that point, back before I had Spotify and things like that. But I was listening to the radio, local radio station, and a song came on. It was just a very optimistic sounding song. There was something very satisfying about it, and I had never heard it before, and I was like, oh, it's a song called Rich Girl, I said, and I remember sitting there in the parking lot of my work, and I cut it kind of close going into work on time because of trying to listen to the end of the song, because it's one of those songs that, like, the lyrics themselves didn't pertain to my situation at all, but just the fact that it was such a happy-sounding song, it just struck a chord within me, no pun intended, and it was very meaningful. It actually, in that moment, gave me the hope that I needed. You know, it's things that don't really make sense if you weren't the one experiencing it, but I feel like a lot of people probably had a song that came to them, even if it didn't make sense as to why the song was so meaningful, but it was meaningful to them. And that's what Rich Girl was to me in that time. It was just something about the optimism of it gave me hope that, like, you know, things can get better. So I heard the song a couple days later on the radio. I was really excited, and I started listening to it a lot. You know, it's a song I really love, and I still really love it now. It just has such a satisfying sound to it. I can't explain what it is, but just the instrumentation in it and the melody is so satisfying. So fast forward a couple years to a year ago, in last March, and I was at a concert at a venue called the Crowbar in downtown Tampa, Florida, and I was at a concert. I was specifically there to see the band Bears and Trees. Now, after Bears and Trees' set was done, in between Bears and Trees and the band after them, you know how they have at concerts, they have like songs that play to kind of fill the space. They just play over the speakers in between the different bands while the bands are setting up the stage and stuff for the next band. So that's how Rich Girl was playing, but Rich Girl started playing. Within a couple lyrics of the song playing, several other people in this venue started singing along to the song, and then that number increased, especially when you got to the chorus. There's more and more people started joining in and singing along with Rich Girl, until pretty much everyone in the bar was singing along with it. And because it was such a small venue, the sound of everyone singing was actually louder than the music playing over the speakers, and the group of people at the concert were probably mostly in their teens to 30s or so much younger than when the song came out. And again, there's some songs like Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff that a lot of people know the lyrics to, but this is a song that I did not know that so many people in my age range also enjoyed and loved and knew the lyrics to. So it was very cool to be sitting there at this amazing concert that I was at this great venue, and to hear this song that had meant so much to me and still does, and to hear an entire bar full of people singing it, this hopeful melody, it was really, really amazing. It's one of those moments that, like, thinking back on it, seems like something that would happen in a movie, but no, like, it really happened, and that's really how it went, and everyone pretty much was singing. So many people were singing. It was great. Question of the day. The question of the day is there a song which has made you feel similarly? Either a song that has come to you in the right time, even if it doesn't really make sense why it means so much to you, but it does. Or alternatively, if you don't have that, have you ever been part of a cool sing-along of a bunch of people singing a song together at the same time? Tell us in the comments section of one of the social media posts for this episode. We'd love to hear that. And thank you so much for listening. This show was created by me, Ashlee Craft, and produced by Exquisite. You can support us on Patreon. You can give us a good rating on the podcast site, whatever site you're listening to this podcast on. All those things mean so much to us, and we appreciate you listening. So thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing and super cool week.